What's up YouTube, Chair Will here. Just want to make a video on how I fixed my Pint X flaw. For those of you unaware, the Pint X flaw is where the battery leads are being pinched in the housing from the BMS to the battery. The battery is a larger battery, so it's just a snug fit and it's being pinched. And as you can see, this board only has about 200 miles on it. It's a little over a year old. It's my daughter's board, so she's only about 90 pounds. I didn't expect there to be any issue, being that she's just a lighter rider. But being that it's out of warranty, I wanted to break it down and fix it if there was a concern. Now, I'm not gonna go over in detail the breakdown because there's better videos that break it down than I can provide. But I picked up a simple tool set online on Amazon. Bolt Life, I believe, sells one too. And breaking down the board, just to make sure that I don't get stuck with the error 16 or 17, 21 and 23 actually, for some of the riders who are, it's when it's too late, you know, these leads get pinched out and the board just shuts off on them. I didn't want that to happen on this board, so I'm taking it apart. My goal here is I'm gonna get access to the battery housing and Dremel out a space. And as you can see, I've never opened it. My warranty sticker is a little cracked up, but it's intact, as you can see. If I was still under warranty, I would contact Future Motion, but looking at other riders online, it seems like they're not getting anywhere with that. So you may be relegated to doing this. I'm hoping that you can just see how easy of a fix it is if it's obviously not too late. I mean, if you severed ties or your battery leads and you're getting that error 16, 17, you're gonna have to get a battery swap. But again, being proactive, if you're aware of it, if you heard of it, it is a good idea to open the board and see what you're looking at. It's a fairly simple process. Now, my leads here, surprisingly for a 90-pound rider, as you can see, they're not that bad. The plastic is pinched and they're showing some signs there, but really looking at it, it doesn't look like it's severed in any way, and it is a totally functional board. So this ledge right here, my goal is just to Dremel it out with a rotary tool, Dremel, whatever, and with a sanding bit, and just make it really smooth, really refined, and hope that it doesn't have any issues moving forward. This little hack here is very similar to the JWXR, CBXR install. That battery, the amount of cells that are being put in the XR housing is a lot, and you had to put in a little space for it. And this is kind of the same thing. We're just adding a little more leeway. Coming from the OG Pint, there's not as many cells. You have more space in that housing. This one isn't as tight as a CBXR install, but it is snug. So, I'm happy to do this, and just makes me feel a little better about it. The main issue though is this stinking gasket, and once you break a gasket open, you really can't reuse it. So what I just did is I cut it. I don't know how you feel, if you feel uncomfortable about it. Maybe you can find one online, but just cutting it with a razor blade, sizing it up right is really the key here. And I just found some silicone caulking and just sealed it up. I honestly don't ride a lot in wet conditions, but I think that's honestly gonna be fine. I'm okay with it. If I can find a gasket online, I might go back in and swap out that gasket. But in the end, it's a fairly simple process to do. Do it before it's too late. I was able to do it in probably about 45 minutes time. My board is functional. Don't wait on it. Get on that today, and hope you keep on floating. Take care.